imagine those little red and white bobbers that float on top of the water. And if you catch a fish, it bobs on down. Half's red, half's white. You know what I'm talking about. So there it sits. And this is our consciousness. This is how we're thinking. The top half is white. And this is our universal consciousness right now on the planet. And this consciousness is from the mind. We think about everything. We think about what is wrong, and we think about what is right, and who is right and who is wrong, what religion's right and what religion's wrong, what race is right, what's not, who should be, going under and who should be on top. This is, it's madness how we operate on this planet. It is absolute madness. And so here we are, this bobber floating on the water. And right now, this bobber's starting to go like this. Starting to flip over to that red side. And that red side is heart consciousness. And when you get enough people thinking or being and living from the same way, we all zap in. And right now I can tell you that there's a group of people, a few thousand, who are very dedicated to changing the consciousness. It is something happening on this planet right now, and that's something you can join in on and help change this consciousness. And as we start remembering that this brain is not what controls us, but it's our highest self, it is the reality of God and Goddess within us, and that we can create whatever we wish to see happen and change on this planet, the consciousness starts to grow in a whole different way. The more of us that join this consciousness of knowing that the heart and the knowing is what creates, the bigger and bigger that consciousness gets. And the bigger that consciousness gets, that little bobber is going to start to flip. And it's doing this right now. And in this year, it is said to us, as a whole, the wisdom keepers believe very strongly that it is within our ability and within our power, and that it is an absolute possibility, most likely by the end of this year, that bobber's going to flip. If enough of us get together and join this consciousness, it's going to flip. And when it does flip, everything changes. Everything. The way we view each other, the way we view reality, the way we view our capabilities or incapabilities. We have no incapabilities. You must believe, you must understand, you must remember you are God. Create whatever you would like to create. Stop limiting yourself. Stop letting others limit you. Stop taking what others say to you as reality. What others say to you have no weight if you are God and Goddess. Why wait for someone to tell you you are strong enough to do this or not strong enough to do this? The truth is you are God. Create your world. This is what we are begging for people to understand. Now that you know who you are, change it. Dream your dreams. They will come true. Stop waiting. There is no time to wait. This wisdom is not bought or sold. This wisdom must come forth now. We have no time to wait. You are here now. You were chosen to come, not somebody else. Because you are the strongest of the strong, because you can remember, because you will remember. And then you change the world. I will explain further down the road here as I talk exactly how to do that. 2010, like I said, is going to be the most amazing year upon our planet that has ever been seen by humanity, and it's only going to increase as the years go on. But you will see things happen this year that you would never think possible. And I would like to share some of those with you. And sorry, I have to use notes. I can't remember. I could speak to the dead, but I can't remember my own notes. Sorry about that. We often kind of giggle back and forth, those of us who work together, the Wisdom Keepers. One, because we are just normal people. People, they think that we have to stay in this little bubble all the time, but, we crack jokes all the time, and most of them are at my expense because I am the whitest, youngest, blondest thing there, and I'm Native American somehow. So, if we think to ourselves, what is the most prehistoric, most ancient symbol in the entire world, and that is in every indigenous culture across the globe, what would that be? Absolutely. It is truly the most prehistoric symbol anywhere, ever. And in this prehistoric time, how did the whole world have the same symbol? They had no telephones, there was no mail, no email, but every single indigenous culture upon this planet has the spiral. And it is the most sacred of symbols to every indigenous culture upon this planet. We have the Celts and the Norse from the north. The meaning of their spiral is all universe. It means eternity, and it means goddess. We have the Romans and the Greeks. They believe the spiral is of the gods, the oneness of the soul. The Aborigines use the spiral. They believe it means all things that are glorious. The Islamic people use the spiral for holy things that cannot be written. They do not write the words of gods and goddess. They use the spiral because it is holy. The African cultures use the spiral as the womb of the great mother and goddess. The Orient spiral means the beginning of all life, where the gods come from. In India, they actually believe that it means the one, female sexuality. And in their spiral, you can actually find the Fibonacci sequence. The Native Americans use the spiral, meaning it is all energy, all consciousness, great spirit. The Hopi use the spiral, meaning the sacred ones, all living things, the journey of everything living. The Mayan use the spiral. Their belief the spiral shows the seasons, the solstice, the circle of life, all life. The Polynesians, it means immortality. So why did they have the spiral? They saw it. They saw the spiral. Nobody taught them about the spiral. Every culture on this planet, of all ancient beings, saw something exactly the same. They did not teach each other. They knew it themselves. How did they know it? They saw it. How many of you have seen the spiral? The whole world has seen the spiral. It is everywhere. You cannot miss it. It is everywhere. Have you seen the videos? Have you watched it happen?